Ah,
That was very, yeah. I thought you had it very dominated, and then when we started using them, I was like, okay, we need to review them. You
yeah, but
know?
so the modals in company with the auxiliary have are
Mhm.
named past modals,
Yes, right.
all the family.
All the family. Well,
Okay,
that's how I call them. Uh, that's not the grammar
unofficial.
name exactly. The official name would be perfect modals, but some websites call them past modals and others call them modals in general. So it's kind
Oh,
of difficult to find the name of the topic, but I like to see them as past modals because none of them happen in future. In opposite to a normal modal that usually is used for future. For example, if I say should, if I say would, if I say could, I am referring to the future. No? But if I say would have, I say could have, I say should have, then I'm referring to the past. You
yes.
see? That's why I like to make a distinction on on past in this case. Yeah.
Okay, yes, it makes sense. But I think it's better to know all the labels that they could receive.
Yes. Yes, exactly. It's because see, they have different names, and in grammar, in a grammar book, you are going to find them with different names. Perfect modals, past perfect, and they have different names. But no, like the names are not important to be honest. The only one that is important is the what's the name? The usage. In what situations we should use them, in what situations we should not. You know what I mean? And yesterday we saw the situation for the first one. Do you remember what was it? Actually, let's change the name here. What was the name for must have? Who remembers? What was the situation?
So, an example? No.
No, no, no. In what situation do we use this the model must have? Come on, we said it yesterday. We were talking about that. Sophie made the example of the brother. Uh,
I gave an example also.
aha, you gave an example also.
See, it's something that it was
Yes.
something that it was impossible. No, someone or somebody know uh, knew or did in the past.
Somebody, again, it was impossible. I didn't get it. One more time. Lois?
I'm thinking.
You are formulating it? Okay.
Yes.
It was about it was about finding out something. Finding out. Come on. Okay, let's talk about the example. Do you remember the example you gave?
Yes, for example, you must have suppose I would I would uh, I would know you were not alone.
Ah, yes. You must have supposed you would know you were not alone. Exactly. Or yes, I remember the example you did yesterday. You said, "You must have supposed I would tell you about the topic or the exam or something like that because you double use this example, no, the situation of the class,
Mhm.
right? But that example was very tricky because you made an example that can easily go without context.
I think that the example was of Victor.
Yes, that was Victor's example. That's so true. Yeah, his example was like that.
Yes, I give the example of the single man.
Of the exactly. Okay, try. What is example of the single man?
Uh, that precisely you must have suppose I would
I would
realize
know
you were
you.
not single.
Exactly. I must have supposed you realized you would. I would realize you were not single. Mhm. So you were not single. What happened in this situation? You found out that she was not single. Indeed,
Yes, but
as she said.
the person assumed that the opposite.
Exactly. So what's the topic? What's the situation in this case? You're so close.
Make assumptions.
Making assumptions? No. Making assumptions? No. Come on,
Oh,
guys. Remember that was yesterday's topic.
Sophia knew. No,
Sophie,
I know.
help us. Do you remember when do we use must have?
This is a smart girl here.
Yeah, when somebody lies to you and you're
Exactly. When somebody
pretty sure like mm,
that the person is lying. No?
mhm.
Precisely. We are pretty sure that something happened, somebody is lying to you, and you know about it. You're pretty sure they're lying. So you say, come on, you couldn't, you must have, if every time I arrive no, what would it be? Let's say that, hmm, let's imagine that I have a friend. I have a friend who tells me, "I'm sorry, I cannot go to your birthday party. I have a, I have a family reunion, right? Okay, I have a family reunion, but I saw his Instagram stories and he is in in Acapulco with 4 girls. You know, like I don't think 4 girls are your family, bro. You must have you must have been with your family by this time. You must have been with your family by this time. You're posting your Instagram stories. I know you're lying to me. You see, which is precisely the usage of must have. And I am using the time expression by the time because I am talking about something that happened in the past, but it's probably happening very soon. You must have been with your family by this time. it's a supposition, something that happened in the past, but well, or in this case, the contrary, something that didn't happen in the past. And you were pretty sure about it. Do you get it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hello? Yes. Right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So that part is important. I just wanted you to remember to get back into context because we have other models. We have to check may and might. We have to check should have. We have to check can't have. Could have. And ought to have. Okay, these are the modals. Perfect modals. Each of them have pronunciations, right? How do you pronounce ought to have that has no contraction? Could have has a contraction, pronunciation could have.
Could have.
Could have, that's right. Come on, guys, I don't hear you. Pronunciation?
Could have.
Could have, that's right. Can't have has no contraction. Should have has got contraction, is should have. Come on, guys, pronunciation? Should have.
Should.
And may have or
Should.
might have has no contraction in this case, right? Probably must have. Must have has a contraction. Some people pronounce must have. So let me change that section. Must have contraction must. Must. Must have. And that's pretty much it, right? So must have and the rest of them. Okay, let's check and let's begin with may and might. Okay, may and might talks about when the situation, when I am familiar with the situation, but it didn't happen in present. I am familiar because I'm very similar to must have. I am sure about something that probably happened. I'm not super sure. In this case, I am making assumptions. You know? In this case, I'm actually guessing what happened. As you can see, the word may have has no contraction, but the word might have, yes, might have. That's a pronunciation. Okay? Let's read this section. Help me, Luis, read the slide.
Structure 10. When I am familiar with the situation where I was not present, may have no contraction. Might have. Something possibly happened, but we are not sure if it did. They may have left early because of the holiday traffic. It's likely to think they may left early. They might have taken the train. Maybe they took the train. The negative form is may not have. They may not have received the message.
Again,
Maybe
who might not have received the message?
Uh, he?
He. Yes. Is it they?
Ah, I'm inventing words.
Yep.
He may not have received the message. Maybe he didn't receive the message. Mm,
That's pretty much it. Mhm. That's pretty much it.
So may and may or may have or may have can be used interchangeably.
Exactly. There's no problem if you interchange them. You know?
And one of them is more usual or formal in some situation, or
No,
it
no, no,
doesn't
no.
matter.
Same thing. Same thing, but pronounce them differently. Might.
Okay, so are equivalent.
Yeah, but just be careful with your pronunciation because you said may and mate. This is not mate. This is
It might.
might. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Yes.
might. Yeah.
Just careful with your pronunciation so we know exactly which one you're saying. But because in present they are different, you know. But in past, there's no difference,
Okay.
right? So making assumptions. What situations you can use this? I have some ideas here. You were very drunk last night and you don't remember what you did. You were very drunk last night and you don't remember what you did. Who can give me an example in this situation? You were very, very drunk last night. Or another person, no? A friend was very, very drunk last night and this person doesn't remember what he did or she did.
Oh, I might, no, I might
Mhm,
not have
mhm.
what I did yesterday.
I might not have what? Your sentence is incomplete. The most important part of the sentence is the verb that goes together with the might have.
Mm,
Because you were talking
I
about
might not have remember.
I might
No.
not have remembered close. Okay, that's possible, but well, it's check the tense of your verb because remember is something that happens in present,
Mhm.
right? And in the usage of may have or might have is about things that you're not sure that happened before. So in this moment, you don't remember. That's why you use may have because you don't remember today.
Yes, no, no. I might not, no.
Uh-huh.
I might not have known
I might not have known. Okay.
what I did yesterday.
I might not. Okay. No, 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 no.
Mm,
You don't remember in present, which means In this moment, you don't know what you did yesterday. You don't know, right? So try to make
What I'm
suppositions.
sorry?
Try to make suppositions about what you did. Suppositions about what you possibly did.
Uh, I um, when I we use when we use Mike and when we use me.
It's the same.
Oh,
Exactly what Louis asked. Exactly the same.
I may have lost my cell phone.
I may have lost my cell phone. Okay, more supposition. Where? Where did you possibly leave your phone? Where did you possibly leave your phone?
Mm, I I may have left my cell phone in the bar with the
Exactly.
little boys.
Exactly. That's example. That's a very specific example, you see? Because we cannot say, I may have not remembered. That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You are not making suppositions, right?
Okay.
You need to specifically try to figure out, or in the present, you're trying to figure it out what you did in the past.
Mhm.
In this moment, you don't have the phone, right? So where might you have left it? Where might you have put it? You see what I mean?
Yes.
Good job. Can you repeat your example with fluency?
I may have let my cell phone in the bar.
That's right. That's a good example. Real situation. Very good. These structures, you shouldn't learn them. Actually, none of the structures, none of the formulas, or none of the constructions should be learned by the grammar name. I am a believer that you should identify structures by the context, by the type of conversation you're having, by the situation that is going on. So when you're familiar with something that happened in the past, you are guessing, you're making assumptions, you use may have and might have. Let's change the title. The title is a little bit odd. Let's say making assumptions. That sounds much easier. So Luis, give me an example where you affected another person indirectly with something that you did. You affected another person indirectly with something that you did, or the opposite, you were affected by somebody else's actions.
Okay. I was thinking about an example, but I not I don't know if it matches with the what you are saying.
Okay.
Um, Teacher Fernando may have no, not new. No, no, sorry. Teacher Fernando may have no. Students didn't know perfect modals.
Okay. Teacher Fernando must have known. Students didn't know
Oh,
perfect
didn't
models.
study. I think not didn't study. Perfect model.
Okay, that's a possible one. That's a possible one. In this case, I understand that you're assuming I didn't. You're assuming I knew already. No?
Uh-huh.
Yes, your example is correct. Very nice. Of course, very far from the situation, no? Like,
Yeah, it's very
yes,
fun.
it's just, you need to match it with situations. That's the thing. But okay, that's one. That's one. It's possible to make assumptions of another person, which is that's also a possible situation. What about what about Sophie? Are you jealous, Sophie? Are you a jealous girl?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Mm,
Because
but
another
no,
very useful
I don't think so.
very useful situation is you are a jealous person trying to figure out about your boyfriend's attitude. And that's precisely the
Mhm.
thing, figuring out,
Mhm. Okay, well, but I was a yellow girl, so example.
Okay.
Um, I know. Okay. Mm, we can call. Mm, mhm.
So you're trying to figure out.
Okay, I don't know if it is correct, but yeah, if the example is like as if I tell you that assumption about him. No, for
It's like as if you are telling me something you no, something that was possible, something that the person might have done, uh-huh, or may have done.
okay.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I I know I know that my boyfriend has a lot of girlfriends. No, friends that are girls. So I he may have
Uh-huh.
um, hang out. It, but I don't know if it is a phrasal verb, right? When you get out with your friends and
Yep.
have
And
fun, hang
hangout
out.
is irregular.
Okay, I don't know what is the past participle of hang.
Yes, If you're talking about clothes, you're talking about clothes and you are putting them out to dry. What did you do with the clothes? Yes, we have seen this before. This is a B1 word. You see? And the past is hung.
hung,
Hang, hung, hung.
Hung. Okay, hung. Hung. Okay. He may have hung
Okay.
out with his friend.
Uh-huh.
In a, I don't know, in a romantic way, or because no, in a I know how say when you are like coqueteando. I know the word. I know the word. I know the word.
Flirting. You want to say flirting.
How?
Flirting. Flirt.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Was that the word that you were thinking about? Yeah.
And what is the past of flirt?
This is
Teacher?
regular.
It is regular?
Yeah.
Irregular.
Regular. Regular.
So the past is flirt.
Again?
Okay. So the past is flirt. Flirt.
If the verb ends in T, exactly. Flirted.
flirted,
Okay. Flirted. Okay.
Yes.
Mom, let's change the verb. He may have flirted
Yes.
with those friends, with all those friends.
With those. Okay. That's a classic toxic one. Yes. He may have flirted with those friends. Yes, exactly. Good job.
Yes.
Good job. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the other first example was too complex. There are faster ways to say that. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it needs a lot of context. And
when you only needed an hour,
that the point is that he, I think that he is flirting.
Exactly. I think, which is precisely the thing. It's logic to think it's something that maybe happened. So yes, that's a good one. Okay, I like it. Let's go to the next. Victor,
Yes, teacher.
what's up, man? Check this situation, okay? You are affected by another person indirectly.
Okay.
You are affected by another person's actions indirectly. What kind of assumptions can you make in this situation?
Mm, 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 mm. My boss might have uh, my boss, my boss might have thought that I had enough time to that work.
Interesting. Your boss might have thought you had enough time. You had enough time for what?
For any job for one task.
For a task. Well, job is different.
Okay, task.
Okay, can you explain, elaborate that? Can you elaborate that? That example? What do you mean?
That on maybe yesterday or he my boss thought that I can do that task.
Whoa, can't is present. If you're talking in past, you cannot use can't.
Good.
Good, exactly. So what did your boss think?
He thought that I could do that task.
Okay,
That was his assumption.
right. And that's why he might have thought you had all the time of the world.
Yes, and I have. He thought that I had enough time.
Okay. He might have thought, not he thought.
Okay.
Right? Because we are
Yeah.
not sure about other
Of
person's
course.
thoughts.
Yes.
Right. Good job. That's a good example. Perfect. My people, there it is. Might have. Making assumptions. As you can see, is very different to must have. Must have, you're pretty sure somebody's lying. Right? And might have, you're making assumptions, you're not really sure. This little detail can affect the structure. And it's very complicated to start using it because we never consider the words may have and might have. Well, modals in general, we never consider them because in Spanish they don't exist. So if you start using words that are not similar to Spanish, it creates a closer connection to the language, to English language. Like, for example, right now, when you are in a comfort, you say, he thought, maybe he thought, which is very similar to Spanish. And that's fundamental English, elementary English. If you want to talk advanced, use perfect modals whenever you want to say maybe. And as you can see, the words may have and might have substitute the word maybe. So every time you want to say maybe, that can be a nice trigger to know that you probably need a perfect model, a past model. If you say maybe and you are speaking in past, try using this formula. Do you understand what I'm saying? No?
Yes, teacher.
But just
Teacher.
what? Yes, do you get the tip? Or yes, please continue, or yes, what?
I don't have any question yet.
No, I'm not asking for questions. No. The tip. What was the tip?
If you want to talk like a really very good speaker of English, you try to don't use maybe if you are talking also at the same time in past. Maybe you can substitute
Nice.
your maybe to for this structure.
That is the point. Excellent. So to substitute the maybe, that was the most important part. Very good, man. Very, very good. Victor is paying attention. Yes, of course. I didn't tell him. Good job, man. Okay, so we have assumptions. Next one. Why didn't you? Normally, when we make recommendations or suggestions, we use why don't you, which is present. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you play? Why don't you play? Why don't you cook? It's a nice and formal way to make us suggestions. But we can also think about an alternate reality when we did something different. This is when we use should have. Should have is used when you did something, but another thing was a better idea. And let me change this expression over here. Something was a better idea, but didn't happen. Let's say, for example, you should have told me about the sale. I could have got some new shoes at a discount. This person went shopping, right? And then he told his friend, I went shopping. The other friend is like, hey, come on, you should have told me because I wanted to go. I wanted to go shopping. I wanted some new shoes. So it was a good idea to have the news or hear the news from another person. You should have told me. Right? There's another one. Let's say this. I use this always with my sister because my sister is a mess when you're trying to organize something with her. Jesus Christ, it's just a mess. And I always tell her, hey, you should have, for example, the day that we went to the cinema to watch, I think it was a premiere. I don't remember what premiere it was. She went with her boyfriend to the theater the same day. So literally, they went to the theater, right? And then after the show, they had to run to the cinema to watch a movie with me. It was 2 shows in one day with a lot of traffic, of course. Oh, and in 2 parts of the city, like in 2 different parts of the city. So why didn't you buy the tickets in a different day, you know? Or why didn't you tell me that you were going to the theater so we can buy the tickets for tomorrow? This is when we use should have. You should have told me you were going to go to the theater, or you should have bought tickets for another day. You see what I mean? Hashtag true story. Like, that's true story. I wish it was imaginary, but that's totally true. So, what kind of things comes to your mind? My possible situations, the notes that I have here says wrong shopping. You buy something, but you could have bought something else. Number 2, offers that you missed. Let's say that you wanted something, you bought something for a nice price, but then 2 days later, it's cheaper than the price that you bought it. That's another should have possible situation. Number 3, opportunities that you miss. You are thinking about the situation, you're like, oh my God, I should have done that, you know? And number 4, a person was flirting with me, but I realized she was flirting with me 20 years later. That's a man. That's the brain of a man, you know? I didn't know she was flirting with me. And after 20 years, I had an epiphany. Oh my God, she was flirting with me, you know? So that was, I should have known at that time. What about you? Tell me, Itse, missed have you missed an offer while shopping? Have you seen different prices after you bought something?
Oh, shit. No.
No?
No.
Never? That has never happened to you?
I don't remember. It's because when I want to buy something, I buy it if I have money. And I don't compare prices. I
You
don't know
compare
why.
prices.
I
I have
should
money, I spend it.
I should have compared prices when I shop, maybe because
Oh.
I am not that person.
But be careful because you said when I shop. When I
When
shop
I
is a
shop,
present.
okay. No,
If you're talking about models, these type of models, you need to think about a specific product in a specific purchase that you did.
but if it's just something that I never do.
I never do, then we use the simple present. You see the difference?
No,
I should compare prices. Only should.
I should compare. Okay.
You see, that's a never expression. Something that happens constantly. This is simple present,
Okay.
right? But
So,
if you talk about things, or we use should have, when you are talking about a specific thing in the past, this is something that happens with past. The structure the past structure is used when we are talking about the specific moments in the past. This is structure number 5. A certain point in the past, we say today, last week, last Friday, in the morning, in the evening, 2 days ago, you know?
yes.
And this logic has a very close connection to past models because past models occur in very specific situations. We cannot speak in general because that becomes present.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So what idea emerges in this case? What product you think you could have gotten for a better price?
I should have compared prices when I bought my cell phone.
Excellent. When I bought my cell phone. Right. Why?
Because I bought in AT&T plan and I paid triple that the cell phone cost.
Jesus, that hurts. That really hurts, you know. Not so much. What is triple? It's 3 times the cost. Don't buy at AT&T.
Yes, but I buy
Please.
it in a plan with
With internet.
with a plan with internet and minutes and messages and everything. But you told me that it's wrong, so I have to think about it.
Oh, it's too much money. I mean, double probably, but you have the positive thing is that you have too much internet forever and ever. You can watch Netflix on
Yes.
your iPhone. Fortunately. Good, good. I should have compared prices. I should have compared plans. I should have compared exactly. That's a very specific situation. Mhm. Okay, let's go with Luis. Have you ever missed an opportunity?
But related to the same product or any? Um, when,
Any kind of opportunity.
mm, yes, I think.
Okay.
Yes. I think many. I don't know. Um,
What was that very important situation?
I should have I have shall I should have studied my master before 30s.
Oh wow. Interesting that you say that. Why should you have studied your masters before your 30s?
Uh, because in the because I had more time.
Hmm.
I was younger.
Okay.
I had um more reduced list of responsibilities.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that gave me more time to be focused on the master than
Okay.
when I am 30s. When I was 30s.
When I became, no, when I turned, if you're talking about age, a very normal verb to use is turn.
Ah, okay. When I turned 30.
When you turn 30. All right. Okay, that's a good example. I
Yes.
mean,
An
you
advice:
built.
study a master before 30s.
Okay. Thank you very much. But you built a lot of experience.
Yes, yes. M- Many people tell me that it's not recommended to study a master immediately after you finish your bachelor.
Of course, of course. Many people struggle with job and paying their bills and stuff because they are studying the masters.
And
So
and I agree uh, with that advice because when you immediately finish your bachelor, you have not applied your knowledge in your field.
exactly.
So that the ideas that we build during our study
Mhm.
are different in relation to the real world,
Mhm.
what is useful in companies, for example. So when you apply your knowledge outside and you work daily, you
Mhm.
discover that maybe the topics that you liked are not really interesting for you.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
You find out.
Yes, you find your real interest, your real I don't know how can I say it, your path, your
Uh-huh.
career path. So maybe after a few years working, you find your um, I don't know, if it is, if exists a word for this in English.
Your path. You were saying it right.
No, but no.
No? Okay, your career. There's nothing like that. Let me check on English. Desire? Oh, your call. Call as a noun. Call, but as a noun. This is it. A strong feeling that you want to do something, especially a particular job.
Yes. Yes, when we are a student, I think we have, or we think we have a call, a particular call. But when we work, we discover we have a different one.
It's the opposite one.
So when you find that, that is the precise moment to begin a master, I think.
Okay. Because it's a special study.
Yes, because you will
Resources.
be specialized in that topic.
Exactly. It's an interesting view, eh? Very, very interesting. Unfortunately, you have a bachelor already, so it's like, well,
Yes.
no big issue, no?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. That was a good example, eh? Good one. And good tip as well. Now, what about Victor? Have you ever regretted something in your career, like Lewis?
That's a good question. For example, a really good question, teacher. I don't know.
Well, probably you haven't.
Or maybe, yes. Come on. I don't know.
If you haven't regretted anything, we can talk about something that you realized too late.
Okay.
You realized too late, or
Okay.
right? Do you have one?
Maybe I should. Maybe I should have change. But the past part is change.
It's regular. Changed.
Okay. I should have a change of word before.
Your job?
Yeah, no, change of word of the enterprise that I work.
Job. Let's
Yeah,
use the
sorry.
word job because work is more like tasks.
That's job. Yes, I should have changed my job before.
Okay.
That could be.
And why is that?
Because nowadays in my new work, I have I think that I have a best position, best task, more projection. And in my last work, I haven't a lot of opportunities to my professional career.
I didn't have, no? Or I don't have.
Yes, sorry. I didn't have a lot of opportunities to my career.
Ah, okay. In the company that you were, there was not a lot of growth.
Yes, and so I said now I should have changed my job before
Exactly. Earlier. I will use the word earlier.
earlier. Yes.
Aha, instead of before. That's a good example. Mhm. Okay. What about Sophie? Have you had inspirations for this?
Yes, I was thinking about one
Mhm.
opportunity. Um, in my school, I have the opportunity to study it in the United States for 2 semesters or something like that,
Mhm.
and I didn't process my visa, so I couldn't
Past.
go
Exactly.
there. So I should have processed my visa at time to go there, but I shouldn't. So I missed the opportunity, and it's something
Yes.
that yeah, that I something that I really regret about that. I a lot, but well,
Really? Even when you didn't have the English, because at that time English was a challenge for you.
yes, but I think that I could do it. You know, I
Oh, let me help you with it.
I was afraid
We are talking in
about
past. We
that.
are talking in past.
Okay,
I think you could have done it
could have
because we're talking in past.
done it. Okay, I could have done it.
Right.
Yes.
But I was afraid.
Yeah, I was afraid. Maybe if the opportunity comes now. Well, okay. I still learning to speak very well English and everything, but probably today I don't have a lot. I don't feel. Uh, I don't know how to say insecure about that or something like that. And at that time, I felt in that way. That's why I didn't process the visa. I didn't read
Mm.
anything to
Yeah.
go. But it's something that I is the opportunity that I miss. That I don't know. I would like to do it that in my life to have that experience.
You would like in the future or
Well,
you would like in the past?
the past.
The
No,
past. So you cannot
well in the
say
past. I am
would.
talking about in of that opportunity. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Would
make a modification. Would.
mm,
It's exactly this lesson.
okay, sure, I should.
No. You
I
say
should
would like. Would
no.
like is different.
I would have
Exactly.
liked.
You would have liked. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Contraction would have.
Yeah, okay,
Would have.
would
Mhm. Excellent.
would have.
Very good. Very good.
Okay,
Actually, I need to copy the would have because I don't have it right here. But yes, very good. Something you would have liked. Good job.
yeah.
Okay, there you have it, guys. This is it. It's kind of easy, kind of complicated, but it happens. That's a good thing. Before we go, oh, wait, 25, no, we don't have time, but we still have to check 3 of them. We have to check could've, which is very similar to what we established on the previous one. Actually, I want to put it together. Why didn't you? And why didn't you? Which is another suggestion, another form to express suggestion, but using could. I think should've and could've are very close and connected. Should've and could've, they are very, very connected because we are talking about an alternate situation, an alternate reality in which something happened. In this case, for example, Sophie said, I should have applied my visa because I think I could have done something else. So they are usually put together in the same conversation, in the same type of conversation, right? That's something that we are going to combine tomorrow. We're also going to use a negative must have. A negative must have is the word can't have and couldn't have when something was not logically possible. You know, these two are always negative. And the last one that I want to check with you, the ones that it's advanced, this is for C1 vocab expression. Is precisely O2 plus the auxiliary have. Ought to have. That one is new, very, very new. And this is for formal speech. If you want to give it a read, take a screenshot so you can read it later, and we continue talking about this later. Right? Do you have any question?
Teacher, can you return the should have?
Sure. Should have. It's over here.
Okay.
Got it?
Thank you. Yes.
There you have it. Okay. So let's keep it over here, my people. Good job. Good conversations, good situations, and good corrections. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Right?
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Have a nice day.
See you later. Bye.